crime victims advocate and CEO of Rescue Angel, and Horace Cooper, author and legal commentator. Madeline, I want to get your reaction to what I just said, because you aren't a political pundit or commentator. You're someone who voted Democrat for most of your life. Tell us what you're seeing out there.
Thank you, Laura, so much for having me. That was a powerful segment that you just presented, and you summed it up. Basically, what the African American community is experiencing. Myself, as a 40-year loyal Democrat, because that's what we were told that black people were supposed to vote, was Democrat, until I realized in 2020, after my son was killed, the way I was treated by the criminal justice system here in New York, and the justice that I did not receive for the murder of my son by Democratic District Attorney Alvin Bragg. And then like everyone else, all you have to do is just step out of your front door and you could see the dilapidated housing, the failing schools, the crime, the poverty, the runaway drug use, the abortion, the open air, safe injection sites, all of that stuff. You don't have to go far. When you're from the hood, all you have to do is step outside your door. But we continue to give our votes away for nothing in return. So that's one of the primary reasons why I decided to vote for Trump in 2020. Then I officially changed my party affiliation to conservative, because I have conservative values. I believe in God, nuclear family, and country, unapologetically. I was raised with those values. But because I'm black, I was told that that's what Democrats are supposed to vote.
And Madeline, what's your message now, before we get to Horace, what's your message now to Joe Biden? Because his point is white supremacy is the biggest threat to the country, or black America now. Is that the way you see it?
Absolutely not. The biggest threat to America right now is that they continue to impose on us, and we continue to chase the ghosts of slavery past. And they continue with the narrative to keep us enslaved in our minds with the slavery and oppression and racism. We've been marching for 60 damn years to reach the mountaintop, and we have not made it yet. We have the Al Sharptons of the world, who now is going to go and march. While the rest of us are at the bottom of the hill for 60 years, he seems to be the only one who has made it to the mountaintop.
Horace, this is a powerful message from Madeline, and I think there are a lot of people across the country who didn't experience the just horrific tragedy that she did and received the treatment from Bragg that she believes she received. But do you see this as perhaps a turning point among some segment of the black community, given what's happened to this nation in 2.5 years?
Well, first, let me say this. Project 21 is nonpartisan. We're made up of conservatives and libertarians, a lot of Americans who share our views, like family, like hard work, and patriotism. I just had my most recent book out, How Biden's Policies Harm Blacks. It's put y'all back in chains. More and more black Americans are looking around, and they are seeing that these policies, the Bidenomics vision, hurts America, and it particularly hurts blacks. The main reason for that is the best advice anyone could give you: don't partner with a deadbeat dad. The Democrats, the progressives, have pushed a deadbeat dad. It's called Uncle Sam, big government, whatever you want to call it, the check. This deadbeat dad does not care about your child. In fact, this deadbeat dad will push you to abort your child. This deadbeat dad is going to see that you live in the most corrupt and dangerous community possible. This deadbeat dad doesn't put your interests first. It puts the green agenda first. The LGBTQ agenda first. Black Americans have found under Biden that their issues are going to the back of the political bus. And more Black Americans realize the deadbeat dad is not the answer for them.
Madeline, Joe Biden spoke about the economy today, and again, they're selling this as the great reawakening of growth and prosperity. This is what he said.
Bidenomics is just another way of saying restoring the American dream. I'm proud of the historic laws my administration has passed. They're the right steps not only to get our economy moving again, but to build a future better than the past. I'm not trying to return to the past. I'm trying to build a better future than we had.
Right.
Madeline, is that what African Americans are saying, that the future is looking really bright with cost of energy and the cost of living and the rising crime and the open border? That's all going to be good for Black America?
Absolutely not. 3 years ago, the same salary, okay, used to pay all of my bills, all right? I was able to live from paycheck to paycheck, maybe save a few dollars, all right? Get my credit, pay off my credit cards. 3 years later, I'm now scraping the bottom of my change jar, all right, to buy a loaf of bread, all right, with the same salary, the same spending habits, and everything, all right? Joe Biden is lying about the economy, all right? We are being killed out here. The middle class has been pushed down into the working poor. The working poor has been pushed down to the working dirt poor. All right, we cannot survive. All right, we are barely making it with the same salary, with the same spending habits. The prices are just out of control. Out of control.
I hope the country tonight is watching. I hope Republicans who want to run for office, I hope they're watching this, and I hope we as Americans can come together for a better day. Because this is about common sense at some point.
Yes.
Madeline and Horace, thank you both.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.